All right, we're back on the sports show with Bob Spino, and we're going to round out the NFC for you. Bob, you want to give them the recap?
Yeah, we just went over the North, and I had the Lions 11-6, so and kind of pulling away from everybody else. I don't believe the Vikings are going 13-4 again. Matter of fact, I don't even think I don't even think they're going to go 10-7. I just don't. I had them down for 8-9, and maybe even
And I,
less.
I had Detroit at 9-8 winning the division, so not a strong division.
No,
I
well,
don't
that's the
think
reason.
this
That's another reason you would take the Lions because it isn't a strong division. They can pick up a lot of wins. So you know,
and the Bears are a game behind them on my sheet, so it's still up for grabs. It's not set in stone, but
yeah, the Bears are weak. It is over. I think it's over. But yeah, okay.
we'll start from the ground up here. Atlanta. First three games are preseason there against Miami, the Bengals, and the Steelers. So
Yeah.
first game is against Carolina. What do you got?
Well, first of all, I don't. Atlanta might have been on the bottom last year, but I don't think they're going to be this year. They've actually improved quite a bit, and I got them down for 11-6, John. Believe it or not. Um, will that be good enough for the division win? We'll see when we get into it. But I got them 11-6. Um, Okay. Now the home games are the dark shade.
They're
No,
the red.
the red. Okay. Oh yeah, I got it. Okay. So Carolina at home, they're going to win. That's one. Green Bay at home, they're going to win. That's two. The Lions are going to lose. The Jags are in England, which it's interesting because the one thing I know about that, John, is you can be a great team, play a lousy one, 3,000 miles away in England, and lose the game. Just ask the Dolphins when they lost to Jacksonville when they won one game, and that was the game. So, I mean, anything can happen. You know what? Maybe they'll lose that one. So I didn't realize that was in England at first. So, okay, so you got one win, two wins, maybe 2-2 to start. They'll beat Texas. That's three wins. They'll beat Washington. That's four. They'll probably beat Tampa Bay because they're not very good, even though it's a road game. That's fine. Um, Tennessee, they'll lose. Vikings at home, they'll win. That's six. Cards, maybe they'll lose that one. Uh, they'll win one of these two. Cardinals, Saints at home, they'll win one of them. So that's what did I got? Did I say six? That's like seven. Jets, no. Jets are going to beat them. I notice I haven't said the Jets are going to lose any games yet, John. I'm sure that makes you happy. Huh? It's kind of scary. But
You said we'd lose to the Cowboys. I was paying attention.
Okay, I thought I had you there. But
You said
anyway,
it'd be close, but
right. Tampa at home they'll win. Carolina, they'll probably sweep them. Colts at home, they'll win because it's home. Bears, they're not very good. But they may lose one more, and then they'll beat the Saints at home. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the Saint road game. They'll lose that, and then I think the Bear one they'll win. So yeah, I have them down. That's 11 wins, and that's what I got them for 11-6. So, what do
all
you got?
right. I think I don't know if we'll get to 11, but I've got my Matt Ryan jersey on here, so he was loved watching him play. I think they'll be better. I think that they should have won that Super Bowl, but that's another story.
No,
Carolina,
no, Brady was great.
Carolina will give them the win. Green Bay will give them the win. Home. Detroit loss. Jacksonville toss up. It's a maybe. We'll say
They can win. They can
loss.
go either way.
We'll say loss just for what it is.
Well, Jacksonville's a better
Um,
quarterback.
huh?
They have a better quarterback.
And they
Ryan's not
got
good.
Ritter, right? Ritter is who they're gonna rely on.
Well, no, I'm saying Jacksonville has a better quarterback.
Yeah, I mean Trevor Lawrence he's top
He's better.
tier now.
Yeah.
So we got the Texans. I think they'll win that game. Washington they should win. At Tampa Bay they should win. At Tennessee they should win. Will they?
No,
Maybe not.
no.
Minnesota, yes. Cardinals, yes, they should win that. Even though it's a road game, I think they
Right.
should win. The Saints at home, they should win. At the Jets, they should lose.
I haven't heard you say the Jets are going to lose yet.
At the or Tampa Bay comes into town, we'll say split. We got to give Tampa Bay a win somewhere.
Okay.
Um, Carolina split. The Colts, I think they lose at home to the Colts.
Not at home. If it was on the road, I agree with you.
I mean, the Colts are used to playing in a dome. Atlanta. That's one of those things. They have a field that's great because it's the weather and whatnot, but they're not a difficult road team or a home team to play against. They're not a difficult team to go in there onto Atlanta's field and take that game. So Chicago lost, Saints. I think they'll split. So they'll go 3-3 in the division, and then they should win against Green Bay. Should win against the Texans, the Commanders, Minnesota, the Cardinals, and that's 8 there. So 8 and 9.
Right. You said
Not
8, 9.
not
I
much
said,
of an improvement from last year, 7 and 10, but
yeah, I think they're going to win 11. I think I'm much better. I think. And I think, yeah, they're going to be better. I just think they're going to be better. They were coming on last year a little bit. I think they're going to be better. I got them for 11. Is that good enough to win the division?
it might be in this division. It
Could
might
be.
be
Could be. Um,
Carolina.
okay.
How
Well,
about them?
yeah. Okay. Next, no. Carolina. I got them down for 6 and 11. Maybe I'm being a little generous with them because they're not very good. They got okay. The first game's at home against the Falcons. Home games. I'm big on. You know what? I'm big on home games when you're lousy. First game of the year, second game of the year. Because like I said, if it's home, people they still think they can win. I just don't think Carolina is very good though. Maybe the Falcons. All right. So the darker shades on the road, is that what it is?
The yes. No, darker shades home.
Or home. Okay.
So
That's okay.
away, home,
I got
away, home.
got it. Okay. So that's at the Falcons. I know they're losing. All right. Saints at home. Saints. No, they're losing. Um Seattle on the road. Seattle's not very good, but they probably beat them. Um Mini at home. Maybe they win one. They gotta win one. At the Lions, at the Dolphins, no. Texans, even though it's on the road, they'll win.
That's
That's,
home.
oh, that's home, they'll win. Uh, Colts at home, yeah, I think they'll win. Um, but it'll be close. I mean, they're not very good. Bears, probably lose. Dallas will lose. At Tennessee, or no, home Tennessee?
At Tennessee.
At Tennessee. I'm getting mixed up here. Um, Loss at Tampa, I'll give them a win. You got to win one. At the Saints, no. What's to be determined? Are the Falcons going to play them somewhere special?
I think the date they might flex it out of
Yeah,
yeah, out of a prime time.
right. Loss. Green Bay win. Uh, Tampa Bay win. Jags probably going to get swept by the Jags. So yeah, there you go. I mean, I got them for 6. They could be less. They're not going to win a lot.
They're gonna be an interesting team. I think they split with all their divisional foes.
Okay.
So I think we'll just say for the sake of the argument, they'll win the home ones, lose the away ones. I think so they take that one at the Saints. They lose to the Seahawks. It's a road game, too tough. They lose to the Vikings. They lose to the Lions. They lose to Miami. The bye week's a win because they're going in there limping. They win against Houston. I think they lose against the Colts. The Colts are going to be a surprise team for me. I think for some reason I'm high on them. The Bears. I don't think they win at the Bears. Dallas comes into town. No. Tennessee, no. I think they'll win the road game against Tampa.
Yeah, they could win against Tampa, even though
Um,
Saints
I
no.
think they'll lose against the no. I said they split with Atlanta. I said they split. I mean, Green Bay is the only one I'm looking at. Green Bay and Houston are the only two outside of the divisional games. Jacksonville, they're not beating Jacksonville at home, away at Jacksonville.
Right.
So I got them at 5.
Yeah, and I have them at 6. That's about what they're going to be. I mean, who's the quarterback? Is your ex quarterback still there, Darnold?
They year in and year out go quantity over quality at quarterback. It confuses me
Right.
because you only play one of them at a time. But we got Andy Dandy Dalton and Matt Corral and Bryce Young are their quarterbacks here. So
Right.
Bryce Young, I think he's going to take a couple years to develop here. They'll probably rely on Andy Dalton initially.
Right.
Miles Sanders, their new running back. Um, but their wide receivers are now Adam Thielen, the aging Adam Thielen. He's not the man he used to be. He's not the top 3, wide receiver he was, and DJ Chark. So
Right. Yeah, that's about right. You got 5, I got 6.
yeah, it's
Doesn't
about
matter.
where they're going to be.
Right. It's about what they're going to be. Mhm.
Saints, I think they'll be better. How about you?
Much. I got them done for 12 wins. They got an easy schedule.
Wow.
They got an easy schedule.
Well,
I don't think they're going to win the division. Um, okay. They got Tennessee at home. I think they win. Carolina will win. At Green Bay, they could win. Um, you want to give them a loss? Okay, we'll say a loss. Tampa at home win. At New England, win. At Texas, win. Jacksonville at home, tight. Win. At the Colts, you got to lose somewhere, I guess. Loss. Bears at home, win. At Vikings, probably lose. At the Falcons, could lose. Um, Lions at home, it's gonna be tough because Lions gonna be good. But I think they'll beat them. Carolina at home will win. Giants will win. At the Rams they'll win. At Tampa they'll probably win. Falcons at home, I think they'll lose. You can't win them all. So they're gonna be like 12-5, John. That's what I got. That's a whole lot of wins. So that's good enough for that division for
yeah,
sure.
I kind of like them winning the division.
But
I think I think they'll come out. The divisional games are going to make a difference between these guys. Realistically, I think most of these guys end up going 3-3. I mean, I think that the Saints sweep the Buccaneers this year, so I think they go 4-2 divisionally, which is going to help them a lot. So start out at Tennessee. I think they'll take that first game. It's at home. Panthers, they'll lose on the road. At the Packers, they'll win. The Buccaneers, they'll win. At the Patriots, it's October. It's not cold yet. I don't know. I think they'll win. I think they'll take the Patriots out there. The Texans, they'll win. Jaguars coming into town. I think they'll take the L. The
no, I think they're gonna
Jaguars are going to be
oh, it's
scary.
home. It's home.
I know, but it's not too far from them. At the Colts, I think they win.
You
I
do.
think
I
they
think
win
they're gonna
there.
lose.
Yeah. Bears
Yeah.
lost. At the Vikings. Um, well, the Bears. No, I'm sorry, the Bears win at the Vikings loss.
Yeah.
Um, at Atlanta, they lose.
Yeah.
Detroit, I'll give them.
Tight, but I'll give them the win, but it's gonna be tight.
I'll give them the win.
Yeah.
Panthers,
They'll kill them.
at home, they're gonna win.
Giants will kill them.
The Giants, yeah,
Boom.
Giants got to come into town. It's gonna be close. I think that game's gonna be closer than you're giving them credit for. I think
Okay.
they win. I think they win by a field goal. At the Rams, they should win. Buccaneers, they should win. And then Falcons, I said split. I think I said win before. So I got them at 9 or 10. I got to recount.
Right.
But about this, about there. I mean, you got them at what, 12?
12-5. I mean, if maybe they can slip up somewhere and only win 11, that's possible. Be 11-6. That's good enough. Well, I think Atlanta's going to be 11-6 as well. So that if that happens, it's going to be head to head. Whoever wins the games against each other. So it's going to be tight with those two. The other two are out. Tampa and Carolina ain't doing nothing. So yeah, I think that's what we got here. You got them winning division, Saints.
10. I'm counting them up right now. I think I have them at 12. Now I'm looking at it.
Yeah, there you go. See, that's what I have.
Yeah, I think I miscounted here.
Yeah,
So, yeah, 12 and 5 seems to be a good number for them.
right. That's what I think.
Now, the last one for the division here. We got Tampa Bay. As I said, I think this year they're going to be the Succaneers, unfortunately.
Uh-huh. At the Vikings, lost. Oh, I'm sorry. I got Tampa for 6-11. That's probably being generous.
I think so.
The Vikings lost. The Bears at home win. That's one win. Eagles at home, no. At the Saints, no. Lions at home, no. Falcons, I think they're going to win one of them because you do win some home games. So that's two. Maybe the Falcons will beat. The Bills, no. Houston, yeah, they could. Three. They could beat Tennessee at home, believe it or not, because Tennessee is fickle. I don't know. It depends on Tannehill and what he wants to do that day. So I don't know. But I got like we'll hold off on that. I'm giving three there. 40s, no. Colts, no. Carolina, yeah. That's four. At the Falcons, no. At Green Bay, maybe. But probably not. Jags at home, Saints at home. At Carolina, they'll win one of it. They'll win at Carolina. Five. Jags and Saints. One of them, they're home though. They could. Um, but I think no. So maybe 5 or 6. I'm saying that's about. And I said I gave him 6, but I'm being generous. It could be less. You know.
Yeah, a quick glance. I just looked at their roster real quick. I mean, I love Baker. I've always been a big Baker Mayfield fan since he was in
Yes,
college.
I
But
know, Don. I was right about that.
yeah, he's not as elite as I was hoping it would be. I mean, looking at their lineup here. I mean, they lost a lot of players on defense. They lost a lot of players. I mean, they lost Tom Brady. They lost, but they still got their wide receiver core.
What about the running
They
back?
lost Fournette.
Didn't they lose their main running back?
Yeah, they lost Fournette.
Fournette, right?
So it's Baker and the boys. He's got Baker, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin is really what it's going to come down to, and that's a tough thing. So I think they'll put up points. I don't think that they outscore everybody though. That's the thing.
Right.
So I think they lose to the Vikings, lose to the Bears. I think they lose to the Eagles. They're gonna get swept by the Saints. They'll lose to the Lions. Atlanta, they'll take one. They'll take the home one. Um, Buffalo, no chance. I think they lose to the Texans at the Texans. I don't think they can win that.
You don't.
Just the way they're set up right now. I think they come around the next week. Maybe they'll take one against the Titans. They'll surprise, not winning against the 49ers, especially in San Fran, not winning in Indy. They'll take the home game against Carolina. They're not winning at Atlanta. I don't think they win at Green Bay. They're not beating the Jaguars. They're not beating the Saints. I think 3 wins.
They'll beat the Panthers though.
They already beat them at home. You think they're going to sweep the Panthers? I don't think so.
Why they stink? They're not very good.
I got them at 3 wins.
Okay. I got them at 6. So I'm a little more generous than you were with them. But you're right. That's a pretty tough schedule too. That's not helping them. So, and they did lose a lot. So you could be right. They could be in the top 5. They just won the Super Bowl a few years ago. They could be in the top 5 in the draft. They could.
I mean, when you lose all those players like that, it's tough.
At once. Yeah,
Tough.
yeah, yeah. It's hard.
So I mean, they lost a lot of their O line too, which I mean, O line's very important. You know, so I mean, we got the same guys winning the division. We got New Orleans, both of us. We both have Atlanta second place, Carolina third. Well, you have Carolina, Tampa tied
Right.
for third. So I got Tampa coming in last there. So
Wow, they were 8-9 last year and won a division. Wow.
yeah, and everybody else was 7-10. So they were all right there, you know.
Well, you can expect Atlanta and the Saints to change that this year. They're not going to be under 500. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Unless they all get hurt. And that's another thing. We're picking these things, but we don't know who's going to get hurt, and
we don't.
that's going to change everything. We're going to be wrong about a lot of it. These guys all of a sudden go down. So
Yeah, and it's something you never wish for. So I
no,
mean,
but it's
you
something
gotta,
you come to expect because it happens every year.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sadly.
So that's it. Comment. Who you think? Are you Team John, Team Bob? Who do you think's gonna get these win totals right? Like and subscribe, and follow for the AFC coming up next.
Here's the NFC one. We're going to turn it over, and now we're really going to have some fun because we're going to the AFC, and boy, oh boy, it's going to be wild. It's going to be so you don't want to miss a show. You know,